As we know, literature and reading books can help in human growth, especially books. However, literature carries a dark and terrifying world with it that few dare to step into. A world that you may not even be able to imagine. We all want to read a novel that stirs our emotion and is about love and friendship or about the wonders of the world. Naturally, we don't want to pick up a book that is cursed and possess a constant threat to us. But you should know that such books exist in the world of literature. Books that reading even a page of them will put you on a blacklist. Perhaps years of misfortune await you, or maybe even a sudden and unexpected death. Cursed books have been stored in library vaults and bookstores for years, but no one risks reading them. These are books that anyone who had edited them has met with death, or anyone who has read a few pages has entered a period of ruin and darkness as if enchanted and bewitched. In the following, we want to discuss 3 cursed books. But be aware of that the danger of reading these books is solely your responsibility. This book was written in the early 15th century AD. The book is mysterious because it is filled with codes and ciphers from the first page to the last page and is written in strange and exotic languages that are impossible for ordinary people to read. Among cryptographers, this book is known as the Voynich manuscript. It contains terrifying images in some sections that even the sight of them can cause a heart attack in the viewer. The story of this book is also very strange and mysterious. It is owned by a person named Georg Brash, who also claims not to know how this book entered his library and who his author is. One day he suddenly sees this book on the shelves of his library, and from that day on, the book passes from one emperor and aristocrat to another. There are various strange theories about this book. They say that these writings have been brought to Earth by extraterrestrials, and a deadly curse awaits anyone who deciphers its writings. Most parents give their children toys or sweet storybooks as gifts. But Abramelin the mage presented his child with a book full of strange and mysterious symbols. This book was written in the 15th century AD and was translated into English in 1090. But it quickly gained the reputation of being one of the most cursed books in the world. People were even terrified of its name. The peculiar thing about this book is the teaching it imparts to the reader, instructing them on how to summon demons using secret symbols and magical rituals. It also grants the reader the power to perform supernatural deeds. Abramelin the mage believed that every individual carries a demon within themselves. The terrifying aspects of this book do not end here. It is known that anyone who possesses a copy of this book becomes afflicted by demons and is no longer able to find happiness, ultimately meeting their demise. What is the longest duration it took for a book to be published? The first edition of Harry Potter was rejected 12 times, and Marcus had to wait over 23 years to publish the novel 100 Years of Solitude, but this paled in comparison to 400 years. This book is called The Orphan's Story and was written by Martin de Leon Cardenas in the 1600s, a novel from the golden age of European storytelling. It is about a 40-year-old Spanish orphan boy who travels to America in search of wealth. You might imagine it to be an engaging and thrilling novel, an adventurous story to read. Yes, that's true, provided you can get your hands on the book, read a few pages, and then stay alive. This is why the publication of this book took until 2018. Anyone who attempted to edit or publish this book met a sudden death or succumbed to a mysterious illness, thus placing the book on the list of cursed books. Finally, Blanda Placius, a resident of Peru, discovers the handwritten manuscripts of this book deep within the archives of the Spanish Society in America in 1965, and begins the processes of preparing it for publication. It was officially published in 2018. It is said that the author of this book was a priest who had forsaken his sacred vows. The good news is that Blanda Placius is still alive, and 2 years have passed since the publication of this book. The books you saw in this video are not the only cursed books in the world. In the first part we discussed several cursed books, but nonetheless there are still several other cursed books out here. How much you believe in these claims and the danger of reading these books is up to you, but our suggestion is that there are so many good books in the world to read that you don't need even think about reading the books we explored in this video. Thank you for being with us so far. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are interested about information, wonders and our contents, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell.